You know, there's this hidden intelligence all around us. It's in our homes, our cities, even wrapped around our wrists. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and decode the powerful teamwork between the technologies that are making our world smart.
But have you ever really stopped and wondered about that? I mean, you ask your smart speaker for the weather, your watch tells you to stand up, and it just happens. But how? How do these little gadgets of ours actually think? Well, the secret isn't some kind of magic, but it is something just as fascinating. The best way to understand it is to think about our own biology. All these connected technologies work together like one single, massive, digital nervous system.
Okay, so this system is built on four core components. We're going to look at the senses, which is the Internet of Things, the brain, which is a team effort between edge and cloud computing, and then the consciousness, which is, of course, artificial intelligence. Each part is absolutely crucial.
All right, first up, the senses. This is where the Internet of Things, or IoT, comes in. This is what connects our digital world to the physical one. So think of IoT devices as the data collectors. They're the digital eyes, the ears, the nerve endings of this whole system. They use sensors to pick up on everything from the temperature in a room, to motion, to your own heart rate, and they turn all of that into data. And you are surrounded by them. I mean, from the thermostat on your wall and that fitness tracker on your wrist, all the way to smart traffic lights trying to ease congestion, and even sensors out in a field making sure crops are healthy. IoT is that essential bridge between the world we can touch and the digital one. Now, all that data is great, but it needs a brain to make sense of it all. And this digital brain, it actually has two different parts. One part is for lightning-fast reflexes, and the other is for deep, long-term thinking. This is where we get into edge versus cloud computing. Edge computing is the reflex. It's instant processing that happens right there at the source of the data. A perfect example is an autonomous car slamming on the brakes. That decision has to be instant. The cloud, on the other hand, is the deeper brain. It uses these huge data centers for the heavy-duty analysis over time, like learning how to get better at filtering spam from your email. They aren't competing. They're two sides of the same coin. And here's where it gets really cool. When you put AI directly onto these edge devices, you get something called Edge AI. This means the device itself can make its own decisions. A security camera doesn't just record video anymore. It can actually recognize a face and decide if that person is supposed to be there all by itself, without even needing an internet connection. Okay, so we have the senses and we have the brain, but there's still a piece missing, right? That spark of actual intelligence. And that brings us to our final component, AI. If IoT are the senses and the cloud and edge are the brain, AI is the consciousness. AI is the part that actually makes sense of all that data. It's a bunch of powerful algorithms, usually running up in the cloud where all the processing power is, that can learn from data, spot really complex patterns, and then make smart predictions or decisions. It really is the reasoning at the heart of the whole system. So, how do all these pieces actually play together? Let's trace the journey of some data through a device many of us use every single day, a fitness tracker. This is where we'll see that entire digital nervous system spring into action. Okay, so first, the IoT sensor senses your heart rate. Step one. Then, an edge AI algorithm right there on the device acts as a reflex. If it spots something weird, it instantly buzzes your wrist. No delay. Later, all that data gets synced up to the cloud where it can be remembered. This is for the long-term analysis. And finally, powerful AI in the cloud adapts. It looks for patterns over weeks and months and maybe suggests a new workout plan for you. See that? Sense, reflex, remember, adapt. It's a perfect, seamless loop. So let's just pull it all together one last time. That's our digital nervous system. It's not about any single piece of tech. It's about the powerful feedback loop they create together. From collecting data with IoT to instant action with Edge, deep analysis in the cloud, and intelligent learning with AI. Every single component is vital for this thing to work. And more importantly, get smarter over time. And look, this is way bigger than just our personal gadgets. This integrated system, this digital nervous system we've been talking about, is literally the blueprint for the smart, connected future that's being built all around us. This architecture is already changing everything. Think about it. Smart cities are using sensor data to dynamically change traffic light patterns and just erase traffic jams. Smart farms are using IoT and AI to give every single plant exactly the water it needs, which boosts crop yields while saving a ton of water. This transformation is happening everywhere. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that we've graduated from simple automation, just making a machine do a repetitive task. This convergence is creating a world filled with adaptive intelligence, an environment that can actually sense, think, and respond to us in real time. And that really leaves us with a huge question to think about. As this digital nervous system gets woven deeper and deeper into our lives, helping us, shaping our environment, how is it ultimately going to change our experience of the world? And maybe even what it means to be human?